Hello and welcome back to the CQ the Watch Guy podcast with me, CQ the Watch Guy. I hope you're having an amazing day today. I know I am. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we are back inside at the DavidSW Miami headquarters. Little rainy this weekend, to end off spring break. But no matter what, we got to keep on going. And I hope you guys are having a great week and a great spring break yourself. Before we get started, I want to say a big thank you to Deluxe and Omar at The Wrong Wrist on Instagram. We had an amazing pop-up show this week. I want to thank everybody who came in and supported as well. It was really, really awesome. Deluxe is a great strap and watch accessories maker. They're based out of Singapore, but they operate and ship worldwide. Really great, high quality, leather and all material straps. They do really, really great products that fit everything. They even do integrated straps that fit on like really cool pieces like the PRXs and Royal Oaks and Cartiers that have funny integrated bracelets like mine. So really cool pieces. Make sure you check them out. And at The Wrong Wrist on Instagram, Omar is a really great friend and somebody who's a great collector and a great influencer in the watch space as well. So great follow on Instagram, and he's just doing a US tour. So really awesome that we can make DavidSW his Miami stop and really get some great people in here. It was a great night, great event on Thursday. So great. Thank you for everybody who could stop in. I'm looking forward to many more events for the year to come. I'll make sure to let you guys know what we have going on. I got a few things up my sleeve, not finalized yet, but of course, stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you will be the first to know what I have going on. And make sure you pop on in anytime you guys want to have some fun. We're located not too far away from the Design District at 4800 Northeast 2nd Avenue in Miami, Florida. And it's always a good time to talk some watches. So feel free to pop in. And if you ever see anything unique on the website and you love to get your hands on the piece, just make sure you give us a phone call to see if we have it here, or if maybe you can make some arrangements to get it brought down here for you as well. And we're always happy to make something happy. Come on, grab a coffee, let's talk some watches, and just have a good time. It's never a bad time talking some watches. All right, let's dive into it, right? Got a few things going on in the watch world this week as we march towards Watches and Wonders. I'm getting so excited. So Omega decided to keep its hold on us, right? We kept the hype going from last week with the new white dial Speedy, and straight into it, Omega said, let's keep our feet on their necks, and we got the Omega Swatch MoonSwatch Mission to the Moon phase. So a beautiful new MoonSwatch is released, all white bioceramic. So new MoonSwatch Speedmaster with a beautiful moon phase, and we got Snoopy back. We got Snoopy back on the dial, so he's there on the moon phase, and we got a little Woodstock there on his lap, on his tummy there. So you have Snoopy on the moon phase, and then you even have a little loom message. I can't sleep without a nightlight. Oh, that's cute. That's nice. And I love this, to be honest with you. I'm a big fan of white dial pieces. I'm a big fan of Snoopy. The 45th anniversary of Mega Speedmaster Snoopy will be the watches that I will always lust after. I will always chase. I'll pay the premium to get it one day. It will be. Who knows what I'll have to do to get that watch, but I'll do it just because it's that watch that even now I get goosebumps in my heart just get to be just thinking about it. So it'll be the watch I'll pay a hefty price, to get it. But this will slightly fill that hole for me. But I just love this watch. I think it's a fun piece. A little bit of an uptick, which is interesting on price point. $310 US dollar retail versus I think $265 on the previous MoonSwatch editions. What I really like about this, it's a little bit of a variation of what we were seeing in the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 MoonSwatch releases, where they turned into more of a special edition of the second hand correlating with the moon phase, where you had the Strawberry Moon edition, the Beaver Moon edition. There were a few others. This sounds weird, right? But there were actual limited editions that were just correlated where, we were going to press the second hand on this significant moon, full moon, and we're going to put that second hand on the watch, and which is cool and very fun and unique, but I don't know how significant it was if you're not really into the lunarscape or whatever, right? It was just a very identical moon swatch, where the first editions were, based on the planets, and you had all these different colors, and that was kind of fun to chase and collect. The last few became kind of, in my opinion, a little bit, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just chasing watches just for different second hands, unless I'm just a completionist and I just wanted to get 100% complete collections. Which, there's nothing wrong with that as well. There's certain things I could see myself doing that with the Moon Swatch. Just wasn't it. But with this, I love this. This immediately makes you want to find a way to get it. Of course, we know these are always tricky with availability, but I love it. I think it's a fun watch. I love the angle that we're going with it, and it makes you think, hey, when they do more of these releases in the future, we're gonna have more aesthetically fun and different watches to look forward to, and that's all I look for from these. I think they realize, like, commercially these are very successful for them. It's a great way to blend your high-end collectors who enjoy Speedmasters and Omegas, the collectors who are just entering in the watch world, need a more accessible price point piece. Of course, there'll be people out there who complain, hey, this is a hermetically sealed movement. You won't be able to service it at $300. Yes, there's other watches you could get out there that you'll be able to service and can last a lifetime. And we can go on. And there's always pros and cons to anything in life. I think at this price point, it's a fun watch. It's something that anybody can collect. You can collect with your loved ones. You can collect with young people, with older people. And I think it's just a great watch. It's a fun watch, and I like the spirit of what they're trying to do. And so I give a kudos to Omega and Swatch, and keep these up. Keep these up. I'm a fan. I'm gonna definitely get this and put it. I'll play around with this strap. I'm not personally too big a fan of this style of NATO strap, just for my personal wrist and how I like to wear it. But I'll probably put it, in a sort of setup just how I would personally display it. But I like it. I like on the case back, you got a little bit of that moon. I like kind of that cartoon font and that cartoon drawing as well. And again, I think, the only thing that might suck a little bit is the availability issue thing. But I'm not the type of guy to line up. And, even I went to game design school, and I wasn't the type of guy to line up for Halo when Halo 3 dropped and, wait 10 hours for that either. So I'm not that type of guy, but I'm the type of guy that, as in my travels, I'll pop into every Swatch store to see if I can get one, right? I'm that type of guy, so that is definitely what I'll do with this watch. So I think this is a very, very good release from Omega, and definitely something I'm looking forward to see out on the wrist of the people. And I want to see more of these types of watches. I don't want to see more of this particular watch because I love this in the white. Maybe a black variant I wouldn't cry at, but I don't want to see any others. Let's keep it. Let's keep the diversity of these up, right? Let's give us some more things to collect. But I love that. This is going to be a fun one. All right, let's jump into the watches of the week and make it a fun one. We got some cool stuff. Make sure you check out the website, DavidSW.com. Make sure you hit the new arrivals section. The watches have been moving fast. There was even an amazing Parmigiani PF chronograph Granada that flew. I wanted to talk to you about it. I brought it. It got pulled out of my hand. So make sure you're checking the website. Make sure you're hitting that new arrivals tab. We're getting such cool pieces along with our amazing lineup. We always have the best, the hottest, the newest Rolexes, Omegas, APs, Pateks, all your normal goodies. But we're getting some really nice, fun, unique offerings. We're bumping up our inventory as well. So make sure you're checking out our stuff. And if you see something you like, jump on it. If you see that they just left, make sure you send in an email. You can chat with us. You can hit us up on WhatsApp as well. Everybody you're talking to is a real person as well. It's either it's going to be somebody from the staff. It's going to be me. If you see a little head there, it's a real person. There's no robots or anything. And we all love watches. And most of all, we love talking to you about watches. It's honestly what we love doing. And everybody here really, truly love what we do. So we love talking to you about it. And if it's already gone, there's a very, very good chance we can source and track down another one for you. And hey, listen, I'm not afraid to catch a flight to get a really good watch for a good client. So let's jump on in with none other than a Bulgari Octo Finissimo 40 mm. This is the classic titanium in the 40 mm full set from September 2019. This one we have up at 11,875. This to me, I'd say this is one of the perfect standard editions of the Finissimo. If you just had to have one Finissimo in your collection, this will probably be the one that I go for, right? If you didn't want to have like a very unique dial or anything like that, you say, hey, I just want to have the one Finissimo that I could pick up and do anything with, I go for this one. Why? It's titanium, super light on the wrist, and because of how the bracelet is made, when these are like sized, it really feels so nice and it's very flexible. It feels like very jewelry-like on the wrist, so it really comfortable fit and feel super thin because it is a Finissimo as well. And I just like the look of titanium. That grayness gives it a unique tone as well. So very versatile. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. It can be casual, or it can go out on a night in town and play very well with what else you're wearing. So I think this is a great Finissimo to have. If it's your first Finissimo in your collection, I think this is a very good piece to go after. And it just does everything you're doing. Very good, unique watch. I think at the price point, 11,875 for a time-only piece. You look at the competitors out there, it is very hard for me not to lean towards this, because you're getting such a unique piece. You're getting something that looks really unlike anything else around that price range. In-house movement, unique movement, fully automatic watch at that thinness, integrated bracelet. You can put this on a strap as well, have some fun with that. I would put this on, you could do a deep navy, you could do a black strap. You could even put like a colored strap on this because of that kind of deep charcoaly look of the titanium. And you could play around with that too and have some fun. So I think, again, at the price point that you can pick these up at, you can have a lot of fun and still have a very aesthetically pleasing, very avant-garde looking watch in your collection that is not breaking the bank and will be well respected in any watch room you go into. So that is one of my picks of the day, the Octo Finissimo 40 mm titanium. So check that one up. And here we have a Freak X by Ulysse Nardin. So the Freak X, and I talked about a Freak a couple episodes ago. That one moved out pretty fast, and we got a really good price on that. A really good price on this one. So this is the Freak X in 43 mm. So now what the Freak X was Ulysse Nardin's I don't want to say attempt. They did. It's Ulysse Nardin's entry of making the Freak a little bit more user-friendly. They put a crown on the Freak, basically. So some people, I think of one person in particular, they're like, oh man, they put a crown on the Freak, and that changes it from being the Freak. So what happens when they put a crown on the Freak is two things. One, it makes it a little bit easier to operate, meaning you don't have to twist the case to wind or set the watch. That makes it easier to operate and wind. Two, it helps bring the price and the cost down of the production of the watch, and therefore the retailing of the piece as well, because the movement is a little bit more easier to do. It's a little bit more traditional, but aesthetically, it keeps the DNA alive of the Freak, right? The whole thing about the Ulysse Nardin Freak is the movement is how the watch tells the time. So for the minute hand, you do have the escapement connected to the minute hand of the watch, and the hour hand is basically on the base of the dial. You can see there. So when in motion, you're seeing that escapement just beating away, and slowly, like if you see a time-lapse video, you're seeing it wind around. And I love the Freak X because, again, you're getting a more accessible Freak. Most Freaks retail anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000 to $100,000 between materials. Freak X's, you're going like 30,000 and under, depending materials. This beautiful unworn full set Freak, 21,875, and this is 43 millimeters in a titanium with blue accents. This is one of my favorite ones. I'm a big blue guy, so blue and titanium, very good color combo to me. This is also very wearable. I'm pretty sure this one is water resistant a little bit as well. 20 m, so not too water resistant. So take that, but it'll take a splashing, but don't dive with it. No scuba, no spearfishing or anything like that. But again, this gives you everything you want from a freak, but a little bit more operator friendly, if that makes sense, and a little bit more of a different style for a freak. So again, if you're looking for a little bit more, something a little bit more exotic to put in your collection, you've always looked at a Ulysse Nardin freak, you wanted something a little bit more svelte, a little bit more sleek. This is definitely a little bit less bulbous than a lot of the freaks as well, and a little bit more easier to use and get up and go and not have to worry about winding or putting the extra winding piece on it to get it up and running. The Freak X series is something to look at, and this piece in particular, being an unworn at this price, I think is a really great piece to consider for your collection. And it is fully automatic as well, so you don't have to worry about winding it every day. All the other the original Freak lines are fully manual wind. They do have a long power reserve, but they are manual wound pieces. This you can keep going, or you can just put it on the winder and not even have to worry about winding it. So many reasons to check out the Freak X beyond the fact that they're just gorgeous looking watches, and Ulysse Nardin is an amazing brand that many people just overlook. So you can get, especially these days, an amazing value. Now, last but not least, I'm starting a new segment. We call it the Manager Special. Jose is a manager here in the Miami store, so we're gonna call this the Jose Special of the Week, or the Jose Pick. And this is the Rolex 126508. So this is the new style for 2023 yellow gold Daytona. I love a good gold Daytona, especially in Miami. You know, when the sun's out, don't you want a piece of gold just hanging off your wrist? And who doesn't love a good Daytona? So when he picked this, I said, this is the watch we gotta talk about today. And it's just an amazing piece. So with this, it's just clean gold, champagne dial with the black sub dials. This one's a full set as well, clean. I think we got this one for about 55,000 on this piece too. Oh, I actually think somebody just sold it as we talked about it. So if you're interested in this one, just give us a shot and we'll be able to find another one for you as well. But let's keep on talking about it because it is such a beautiful piece. Now, I love, as I said, a good yellow gold piece. And I think with the champagne dial and the black sub dials, it gives you just enough of a contrast that it breaks up having just an all gold, full gold dial, like if you're doing a full day champagne dial. So it gives you just enough contrast to keep it a little bit sporty, where you could wear this in some short sleeves or, you know, in a much more casual environment. But if you want to dress it up, you take this out for a night in the town, it will be a great companion for you. And I think these are, you know, always going to be good watches. And I just love the updated dials and configurations for the 2023 editions for the Daytonas. I think they just hits. You know, they're just good looking watches. You don't think too long on them. This watch was with us for less than 48 hours, so that person didn't think too long about it. Anyways, that was Jose's pick of the week. He picks very well. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in for these and many more watches. And make sure you check out DavidSW.com. Hit that new arrivals tab. We're putting up watches every night for you. I'm CQ the Watch Guy. Thank you for watching, and remember, buy what you love.